Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are jumping into our favorite. We're ready to love. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. You
You doing
ready?
the Usher the
Right. Watch
watch this.
that. So, yes, we are jumping into episode 3 of Ready to Love. Please make sure if you have not already that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it and let's get shady. And can I just tell y'all that Simpson is my new favorite this season? You
Did
know?
you watch this already?
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay. All
just
right.
saying, just based off the last 2
I was
reviews,
about to say you just leaving all the surprises for
how
me.
he be sharing our stories and stuff and watching
Oh
our,
yes.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he's super dope. He's
We
super dope.
appreciate you. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get shady. Get to the first gentleman's lounge. Okay. And nephew Tommy is looking very sharp, very
I
dapper,
love that jacket he had on.
as always, as he always is. And he jokes on Swayze and says, your shirt is always just a smidgen, like one smidgen away from being a little too tight. But he's like, I gotta spark my muscles.
Uh-huh. Know what that's about.
We know, Swayze, five. We know. We know. So then nephew Tommy asked about what is it like dating
No,
in
I
Miami.
ain't judging.
You stupid. Nephew Tommy asked about what is it like dating in Miami. Lord, Zoe had a word, okay? He talks about finding a woman of true substance that's not so superficial is what it is for him. Now, Samson says neck down, they come dime a dozen. But neck up, that's
He's looking
very
for that. He's looking for intellect.
right. And he said that's really hard to find. So nephew Tommy challenges them to do the opposite of what they've been doing and says what they would do normally and wants them to pick somebody else that's not what they're usually into, their normal type, and tells them to be creative and get outside of their comfort zone and focus on stimulating the mind instead of the body. Now, he said there's plenty of fine bodies, but he wants to see fine minds. And I said, well, go ahead, Tommy. Mike says it's good to know the men have the power this week and not feel like it's forced too much. And said he's willing to try something new and step outside the box. So he looks forward to meeting the other ladies.
Well, LJ invited Looney out for a date, because she's been out with COVID, and he said she's been on his mind. Okay, so she gets there and she's super excited because this is who she's been talking to all through COVID. Apparently, this is the only person that asked for her number. She said, he was the only one smart enough and intentional enough to get them digits. And she daps him up for it. I'm like, okay, we giving him props on getting your number. All right. What you laughing at? What's so fun?
No, I'm sorry. When you were talking, that terrible song he made came running through. Baby girl, I got the feeling. And I was like, oh no, and that was playing in my head.
You a mess. You see this? Horrible.
That was playing in my head as you were talking.
Horrible.
I'm sorry.
So basically, Looney explains that she wants someone who's genuine. And she feels like, a lot of people were saying, girl, especially in Miami, I know that's why you feel that way. There's a lot of fraudulence, girl. Okay. Fraudulent on that, who they are, fraudulent on what they have. Trust and believe.
What they do.
Yes.
Who they with.
They'll be dating a whole scammer and don't know it, y'all. Okay. And she also says that she wants someone who prioritizes their relationship. So she says that she wants her man to make her feel protected. And, she really doesn't have family there. Apparently her mom passed in 2016. And he says he can really relate because all his family is back home also. So we seeing a love connection right up in her. Okay.
But she does say it's super important that her man is like she can depend on him because that is her family at the most part. And I was like, I understand that, child. But girl, friends are the family you choose. Find you a good group of friends. Don't be out here depending on no men. Find you a good group of friends. That's all I'm saying.
She probably do. She looked like the type that got a lot of friends.
You ain't even gotta have a lot. Just a good solid friends are the family you choose.
Yeah. Then Shakira met up with Zoe for a date. She wants to get more insight about his bachelor lifestyle because we know she is a single mother. She got a son, and she want to know how he feels about this and if they can actually, get together because she does actually like him. Now she asked him if he normally dates women with children, being he travels for work and like I said, living
And
his
he
bachelor
likes
lifestyle.
hopping, skipping, and jumping.
But he said he doesn't really have a preference. It's not an issue for him. And he says that, your child is an extension of you, just like my child is an extension of me. And basically if that's something you can't accept, then so be it. And this is like music to her ears.
Okay,
Because
hold on. I'm sorry. Shay Squad, if you haven't already, please make sure you like the video.
and you subscribe.
Now I might have to go to some people and confirm. Because
What you got to confirm?
I think there's been competing stories, but allegedly wasn't Zoe the one? I think I sent you that in the DM. Wasn't Zoe the one that reportedly had the girlfriend while he was filming the show?
I think it was Zoe.
Okay, I just putting it out there, Shade Squad.
That could be why he didn't want to get this girl's number. So then she brought up the fact, I mean, you feeling me, but you ain't asked for my number though. So what's up with that?
Oh, ask Keisha for her number.
Right, Kiki. Like he don't love you, boo. So he's like, oh well, I wanted to make sure we had a connection first. She like, so you saying like a female got to jump through hoops for you to ask for their number? Because
he was like, no, I just want to get to know you like on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying?
Like when you can't see the person in person, you do that over the phone. You're not making no sense, homie. The math ain't mathing. So now he decides he's gonna get her number. And she's like, you gonna use it? Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Well, I wouldn't even give you my number because you playing games. If I gotta tell you to get my number.
I was saying that to Nels off camera. I obviously you guys know that we talk to some of these people behind the scenes, and especially after the process. And I don't know if this is something that production is pushing, because sometimes I do feel like they push people together, yeah, on dates that don't really
they push relationships.
Well, actually, I shouldn't even say I think we've been told, we know for a fact that it happens. So I don't know. For me, Shakira doesn't come off to me like, one, she was that into Zoe. They seem like they had a cute flirt, but she doesn't come off to me as the type to be like running after some man because he didn't call her. Like she definitely, especially not after her date with Samson. Like it just doesn't. So to me, this seems like a little forced in the way that she's like, oh my God, why didn't you ask for my number? Why aren't you interested? I'm like, girl.
Why does it matter?
Right. But that's just my opinion. We get to Samson and Sharice, y'all. Now, I don't know. Samson, feel free to, drop in the DMs, let us know, drop in the comments, let us know what's going on. Now, at first, I'm going to say that I thought this was another production setup date, because we did see Samson talk about how he wanted a girl with intellect, and that's what he cared about. And he picked Sharice to go on a date with. And I'm not saying she's not intellectual. I'm just saying that Samson, his words, said she didn't really stimulate his mind when they first met.
But he followed instructions.
But he did follow instructions. And shout out to Reddy. He said his comments on tonight's episode was, it's a lot of fuckery going on. Anyway, so
well, damn.
We'll holler at him after we do the
chase us.
But shout out to Reddy.
Reddy, stay on the ready, don't
he? So they go for ice cream, adult ice cream. Apparently, this is like a thing. Liquor.
I want to go now. It's called Arby Rama.
Y'all might be better off Googling the ice cream place on Ready to Love and season.
Don't do that. So don't do that.
Anyway, I'm gonna be honest. I did feel like this was a little bit forced until the end. They have small talk. It just seems like they really didn't like each other.
And didn't have shit in common?
Huh?
And didn't have shit in common besides a farm?
Besides a farm. That's what it was giving. And I mean, they were both being polite, but it was just, I don't think she was really feeling him. I don't, Samson, tell us if we wrong, bro.
I think he just
really was
appreciated
not
the fact
you were into her, but you're a gentleman. And that's what was a very apparent.
I think he just appreciated the fact that she wasn't on her phone the entire conversation this time.
That could be it too. I don't know. But either way, Samson comes out leaving the date and feels like she's beautiful and balanced and lets her know that he's feeling her. And I was like, I don't know if he's playing the game. Is he fooling me? And Lord, I swear to God, he's ready to love people, be making me feel like this is Survivor.
Mike, he knew the assignment. Okay. Nephew Tommy told them to be creative and do something out the ordinary. This man planned for everybody to go to a trapeze. He don't even know what the hell that shit is. He said he don't know shit about it. But he there. Good job, Mike.
Good job.
Now, they all jumping all over shit and swinging from shit. April is over here upside down, hanging like she popping on a handstand. She said, look, I'm an athlete. I do this.
Okay.
I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I said, all right. That's what your body is giving, though. It's giving athlete. Okay. Then what's that girl name? Because I keep on calling her Issa.
Kayla?
Yeah, okay. So Kayla and Mike.
I guess if I can call Shakira Keisha, you can call her Issa.
She don't remind you of Issa Rae.
She does. Now, right? That's how I know who you're talking about when you say it.
She looks like Issa Rae. Issa. Okay, so Issa is over here in the corner with Mike getting comfy and cozy, talking about some staring into my eyes. Okay, April over here cock blocking. She goes and breaks all that shit up. She said super close next to Mike. Mike done put his arm around her waist. It's like they forgot that Issa was even there. Okay, they in their own little conversation. She's looking like a third wheel at this point. Okay, Issa said it was getting kind of tense. Luckily, big boy, what's his name? I will make up names for all these people if I don't remember their name. What's this boy name?
You said big boy. Who was that?
The one
Swayze?
Who?
Swayze?
Swayze. Okay. So Swayze comes over there, saves the bell. Okay. Gets her the hell up out of there. She is super.
It was super awkward. And Mike was like, I feel like we too grown for this. And April knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah, I don't know what. So April is like asking him, so are you interested? Are you interested? And he ain't here for this. He ain't here for all that. He just felt like she being too aggressive. She coming on too strong. And I agree. I don't know what she was gonna do. If he's interested, you don't need to ask.
Well, okay. Can I just, again, we're about 2 seasons in now, so we not new to this. We kind of true to this right now.
We ain't new to this. We true to this. Okay.
I'm just gonna say that I bet money April's gonna come out and say that they were having phone conversations outside of, you know what I mean? Like talking on the phone, getting to know each other. And he probably shared with her, like, oh, I'm into such and such, or that's not really my type. So when she saw an opportunity to call him out on it, I think that's what that was about. Like, I thought you said you weren't interested. So were you interested?
So
I think she was calling him out on Kayla to be like, well, I thought you was all feeling me. Now I see you sliding over here with her, cutting off to the side. Like, and that's why he was irritated, because he was like,
because at the end of the day, this is the process. If I'm interested in you now, that don't mean I'm not interested in somebody else. I'm here to see who I have a better connection with.
Right.
Point blank, period. But the problem is he's on camera and he can't talk to her like that. Otherwise, he's going to get in his ass.
Well,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So a lot of people apparently been feeling loony. Okay. Because now that she back, everybody is on her shit. They on her trail. Everybody want a piece of loony.
But she felt like she missed out since she wasn't at the brunch.
She apparently did, because everybody want a piece. Everybody's trying to talk to Looney.
That's just what she said.
That's what I'm seeing. Everybody and their mama want to get a piece of Looney. Justice is over here trying to talk to her. And he seems also to be interested. Now, Issa says that she thinks that her and Swayze have a connection, and it's growing. And she feel like every time she sees him, he looking better and better, finer and finer, sexier and sexier. Okay. Girl, I know what that be like. Okay. And she asked, don't give me this look. So she asked him, not like I'm trying to be like stalkerish or not trying to know where you're at, but if I was looking for you, where could I find you? Apparently some lounge in Hialeah. He really ain't tell her though, because he's a fireman and he for the streets. He be in these streets and he don't really want her to know for real, for real. But he says, he's excited to get to know her. And he likes that, she walked with like some confidence, and he liked that type of shit. Like, she knows she look good. She fly. She do. So do Issa though. Issa. Okay. Then we move on to Mike. Okay. And Mike says,
oh, Jesus, Mike.
Yes, child, Mike. He says at this point he is ready to move past the conversation he just had with April, because it was a whole lot of. And Sharice shows up.
I didn't even see her there.
Huh?
I didn't even see her there.
Who?
Sharice. Like originally.
Oh, yes. No, I didn't see her either. I didn't see her either. So Sharice, she comes, sit down and have a conversation with him. And, he says that he was feeling her vibe, but it seems like things got cold and, like it kind of like tapered off or whatever. So Sharice feels like they haven't really made a connection and wants to see how things unfold. So Mike asked her, what was your perception of me? Why the hell this lady done said, oh yeah, I think you're a great guy, but with the divorce and the divorce scared me, and with all the baggage and stuff, like the kids and the divorce is baggage to me. This man said he's clearly not feeling that. He's like, you
not at all.
You just call my kids baggage. And you know what? He had a point. He said, you know what? If I said that about a woman, I would get chewed up and spit out.
Absolutely.
And he's not lying. 100%. If he said that about a woman who was married before, got kids, oh, she got too much baggage.
And not even that, as Nels pointed out, he was married. All his kids are by the same woman.
Exactly. So he tried to do it properly. He tried to do it correctly.
Right.
Okay. So he points out,
hold that against that brother.
If anything, you should say, you know what?
Why
you
did
had a family
or whatever the case?
You know what I mean? You had a family. It's not like you out here with a bunch of baby mamas. Okay. So he says, well, you 45 and ain't got no kids, never been married. So what's up with that? She was like, oh, well, it was not the right timing. He said, well, that's a red flag for me. Huh?
That was my choice.
Well, he said that was a red flag for him. Okay. And she's like, okay, well, that's you. Okay. What I'm saying is these are my core values. And, I want to get married to the first time, like to someone who's never been married before and who's never had babies. Child. But you know what though? This is what I'm saying. You know
what I love? I'm gonna be so honest, because that is one of the main reasons when it comes to dating why I moved the hell out of Miami. What he said to a T. You're 45 and you're still on that shit? I'm gonna just let that sit right there. Because as we get older, we realize if we meet somebody and if they've lived life, they're gonna come with something.
Yeah. So, like, let's not get it twisted. There are men who are older who have never been married, don't have kids. They're out there, right?
But that's also, as he said, a red
flag. Okay. Commitment issues or who knows? Okay. Whatever. But do you, boo-boo? That's what you want.
Do you? So we get to see this beautiful connection blossoming between Randall and Trinika. I think we saw this spill over from last episode, but now they are on a private little date. And he's asking about her last relationship, which apparently was 2019. And I missed the details of it, but she's being very transparent and open, which Randall loves. And basically she says that she's looking for a spiritual connection. They really seem to be vibing. They playing footsies on the table. They laugh and joke.
I'm in my zone. Okay.
You stupid. So No, and I thought it was really cute. And that's what I got from that. I felt like it was a short little scene, but we see their connection blossoming. And I think they're gonna end up being one of these couples that
I thought it was cute because yes, she said that she's looking for a spiritual, emotional, and physical. And when she said physical, Trinika is not scared by any means. Okay, she a little bold. She was looking him up and down like, yes, and physical.
She's like, don't let this arm fool you.
You best to bring it. Okay. Actually, he even offered to go with her to the doctor's appointment for her x-ray for her wrist. That's hurt, which I thought was super cute. And also he noticed that she noticed that he was nervous. And he says that she calmed him down with a little bit of her, body language. And she actually told him to come closer. And she started rubbing him and stuff. And he was like, yo, you are dangerous. I'll tell you, she is. You can tell she is. You better be scared, homie.
I would sing a song, but right now that artist it's controversial.
I already know what you're talking about. Swayze knew the assignment also. These men are paying attention. This is, you know what? That alone speaks volumes to me. Y'all are paying attention, okay?
We love the assignment,
right? He made a group date to do some archery, okay? I felt like that was creative.
Very creative. It's not the
notes. Now
we see Mike. What?
The women that are shooting these arrows, they ain't doing half as good as the men are doing. Okay, they get ass whooped. Okay, they need some help. Now Kadian lets Mike know that she feels like he's consistent. He's like, that's what you need, ain't it? And she's like, yeah, but apparently, she's not really feeling him like that. So she want to go sit down, have a conversation.
She said, I'm okay with that. But Mike wants to dig deeper and figure out why she's not feeling him. And she's like, all right, let's go talk about it.
Exactly. Now they're discussing, I guess, her work. And she's like, yeah, I do work a lot, but I've been in this job for 11 years. So I got some flexibility. I got my name rings in these streets. Okay. So he's like, you give me uptight vibes. Now, Mike, I like you. Okay. I think Mike might actually be my favorite on the show, to be honest with you. Even physically.
Like his honesty.
His honesty, I think he's physically attractive. I like Mike. He's my favorite on the show.
We like Mike.
But like Mike. So that's Mike. You don't say to a woman either. Okay. I know, we know that you know what to say. You've been 11. You've been married for God knows how long. Okay. Sorry, you don't call a woman uptight. Okay. So clearly she got upset about that.
Got even more uptight.
Right. She's like, uptight. Like, ain't nothing uptight about me. What you mean uptight? I'm a free spirit. The hell you mean? And he's like, you know what? She's too aggressive for me. Like, he's like, you know what? I did what nephew Tommy told me to do. Okay, I did the assignment. Now I'm here. Now, fuck this. I'm ready to just get with my real connections.
Right. Okay? And then she says that he's an introvert.
And he's uptight. And she's like, I'm gonna call you Michael Turtle. Okay?
Turtle.
She was like, because you got to get you out of your shell.
That was cute.
It was cute. So then Brandy, she interrupts. Well, actually, Brandy and Swayze, they were having a conversation while this was going on. And it wasn't really much to it. He just called himself a nice catch. And she's just like, really? Not really. So then Brandy comes in, she interrupts, what they got going on. And, she really don't give a damn what they got going on. She's like, that's my dude. That's my type. Okay. What you're not about to do is steal this nigga from right up under me.
Oh, yeah, because I do remember last episode. She was
all over him.
You're going to have some more kids, right? We're going to have how many babies? So, yeah, that's right. You're right.
If anything, Brandy was the one that was like, she put claims on. I feel like she said, that's my dude. Like, that's my man.
Mm-hmm.
Look, any objections? I didn't think so.
Look, when you see people slide over there like that with Brandy, you know what I'm saying?
So he's happy as hell that she came and interrupted this conversation. He said that this is a sigh of relief Okay. And she makes him feel nervous in a good way. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
He gives him his peace.
You said what?
You know, men are always talking about be my peace. That's basically what she's his peace.
Not if he's feeling nervous. I like that. I think that was cute. He's like, she make him nervous in a good way. I think that's cute. That's
No,
cute.
that's good when you earn peace. You can't stir up shit and then want peace.
I told you it be the ones that don't deserve the peace that be wanting it. Nigga, stop starting shit if you want the peace.
Right.
Hell, they be the ones asking for the peace.
Right.
You brought the hell though.
Okay.
So he said, oh, I was over here trying to, see what connection I had. She said, what connection? With who? I ain't see nobody. And he's like, look, fuck all that. You came at the right time. She's like, period. Fuck, nigga, ain't nobody but me. The hell. So he says that, he lets her know that he's looking for someone that he can grow with and, who has understanding and, that meets him on an intellectual level. And she says she's looking for her person. Someone, that got her back, that can stand beside her. I feel like he said something like, like she didn't have that before. And she's like, yeah, exactly. That's why God wanted. Okay. So I'm here to get. Basically, when he looks at her, he sees someone that's beautiful. She's funny. And like, he's questioning, like, why you ain't got nobody? Why ain't nobody taking you serious? She's like, you think I'm crazy, don't you? But that's really what dudes be thinking. Like, you're pretty, you're smart, you're funny, you got your shit together. Automatically, they think you're crazy. But I don't know why that matters because dudes like crazy. Like I said, they don't. It'd be the ones that cause the shit that want the peace. So then, Kadian, when she left Mike, she went back out to Swayze, and she said that they have a great connection. And she's like, "Did you miss me?" She's like, "No." Apparently, they've been talking every day, flirting and shit. They like this. She says that they've been connected and flirting. They got a lot of flirting going on. So
every night.
Every night.
So we see the guys meet up at the gentleman's lounge for deliberation. Now, Samson says he doesn't want to have the power to send either one of the ladies home. This is not what he wants. Now, Swayze walks in and Tommy goes in on his shirts again and says, you do know that you can get a medium, sir. You know that that's out there. They make that size. Now, Samson they talk about who they feeling, and Samson talks about his newfound connection with Charisse and how, how at the pool party he wasn't really feeling her, even though that was somebody he was attracted to. But after sitting over ice cream, I guess
it was the libations. He said the libations were flowing.
Oh, the ice cream libations were flowing. And so I guess maybe he felt differently. I didn't see it, but whatever. You like it. I love it, Samson. So now Randall talks about his date with Tronika and how he's definitely feeling her. But now that I'm thinking about it, was this really new? Because we saw them last episode.
You were supposed to go out with somebody who wouldn't normally went out with. That's
right. Okay, and I just caught that.
Mm-hmm. I was like, what, if that's the case, why did he didn't
know the assignment. No. So now he should get a hand slap. Bad Randall. Mm-hmm. Now, LJ talks about his interest in Looney, but we already know that. Mm-hmm. And Justice mentions how he's also feeling Looney now. And
LJ said, may the best man win.
Why is he coming for me? Why? I didn't send it. Why you coming? So, yeah. And, Tommy is like, well, who are y'all really not feeling? So, of course, Mike brings up April, which I thought was really different. Or not Mike. Who said April?
It was Mike.
Oh, it was
Mike and Samson. And also Zoe.
It was April. Okay.
Zoe brought up Brandy. And Mike and Samson are both not feeling April. LJ says Charisse. Swayze says Tronika. And Justice says Kadian. Apparently she DM'd him at 1 a.m. in the morning. He ain't feeling it. But I don't know what the fuck that means, nigga. It sounds like you laying next to somebody who, you can't get no DMs at 1 o'clock in the morning is what that's giving me.
Yeah.
And Mike is also not feeling
Feeling
Katie.
Katie. He
So.
said that the way she was talking to him aggressively while she was eating her food made him feel like, you know, he said he felt like he was being interviewed.
LJ asked April out. You know, we know that he wants to get some feedback and, you know, will give her some feedback and tells her how the guys feel. But, you know, of course, the ladies, they think that it's just a date. And she tells him that he is
some of them.
Yeah. So she tells him that he is a breath of fresh air. And he's like, really? That's not the vibe I was getting from you at the brunch. And she's like, oh, well, because he was a busy man. Okay, everybody wanted your attention. Okay. April explains
the girls was flocking.
Right. So April explains that the process is a lot to get adjusted to. And then we see Swayze and he asked Katie out. She's super excited because, you know, they've been making a connection and she felt like this is an actual date. She even she could have went the other way around the table. She actually went around the table so she could rub her body all up on him.
She didn't think it was a real date. She said, no, I know the men just met up. And she said, and I know he has, she said, so let's just get to the point.
No, when she first came in, she was excited.
She might have been excited, but she knew what she was like. No, I know the men just met up. They just went to the men's lounge and they met up and he has something to tell me. And she was like, let's just get to the point.
Jesus on the main line.
That's why I said that. I was like, no, whatchamacallit had the idea like, oh, I'm just meeting up. No, Katie was like, no, that's why I said clearly somebody's been talking because she knew when she walked into that restaurant that, oh, they just met up at the men's lounge. So either I'm staying or I'm going. Let's just get to it.
That's why she had so much energy.
Right.
So he mentioned the deliberation with the guys and he lets her know that everybody besides him felt like she was intimidating and she asked intimidating questions. And she's like, oh, well, if they don't want to feel interrogated, you know, maybe they should learn to lead. Oh, damn. So she says, yes, you know, she's a strong person, but she don't care because she don't want a weak man. And you know what?
She's carrying the conversation. I that's what I got from that when she's like, oh, they need to lead. They're probably not saying anything on the phone. They're probably just listening to her breathe. And she's like, no. Okay, when the last time you did this? Like, if you're gonna be wasting my time or be on my line, let's talk.
Child, I don't know. But he lets her know that the guys came to a decision and they decided to give her another chance. And she says she's thankful and she will do better, but it was not very convincing. So then LJ, he lets April know that, you know, the guys didn't really get they know that she has great qualities, but they didn't get the je ne sais quoi, like he said, from her.
Ooh, okay.
And basically they sent her ass home. And she said, you know what, I receive it.
She said, I receive it.
She said I couldn't be anyone else but me, and I wouldn't have did shit different. So basically her love is out there, it ain't here, and fuck y'all, fuck boys.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Ready to Love. Please make sure, if you have not already, that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And please, y'all, make sure that y'all are following us on all platforms.
All platforms.
Each and every one of them. And there's a lot, but each and every one of them. We thank you guys so much for your support. Let's continue to keep growing and keep going, y'all. And yeah, I'm excited to get into next week because we're going to see how long Mr. Honey is going to be around. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a great night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!